It's spring, and you know what that means? It's time to reset my closet. I do it twice a year, and it's how I keep my closet from overflowing and how I make room for new pieces that help me transition my wardrobe toward that French style that I love. So, no more procrastinating. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Kathy, and if you're new here, this channel is all about thriving gracefully, style, health, travel, and living well after 50. If you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more coming. So today I'm walking you through my full spring closet reset, what I'm removing, what I'm keeping, and what I've added, and how I'm refining my wardrobe to be more French inspired. As I mentioned earlier, I do a closet clean out twice a year. I rotate my fall winter with my spring summer pieces when the seasons change so that the items I'll be wearing the most often are the most visible. One of the big advantages of this approach is it forces me to assess what's in my closet and reckon with what will stay and what needs to go. Research shows that American women regularly wear only about 20 to 30% of their wardrobes. That's the old 80-20 rule, where people wear roughly 20% of their clothing 80% of the time. And get this, the typical woman never wears about 28% of what is in her closet over a year's time, some of which has never been worn. So that means we have a lot of potential to rid ourselves of items taking up space, collecting dust, and just making it harder to find the pieces we actually want to wear. Visibility does matter. When I have an overstuffed closet, it's hard to see what I have. And if I can't see it, I probably won't wear it. And ironically, this can lead to that feeling of not having anything to wear. Does that sound familiar? We've all been there. After I finish a closet purge, I'm able to identify basics I want to add or replace, which minimizes mindless shopping. Plus, I love that airier, more curated look of a newly refreshed closet. It's so much easier to dress well for the day. I'm going to start with my fall winter things, and I'm going to start pulling things out of this part of the closet, which is the stuff I reach for every day. Things I'm not going to use again until the fall of this year. So I've kind of started pulling some things, and these will just go to a different part of the closet. I think I'm going to leave a few things that are sort of transitional, and I'll pull them out later. But boy, isn't that pretty? But it's super heavy. Definitely a winter item. Some things I just wear just to be warm in the morning or something. But I'm going to pull things that I just think I'm not going to wear again until the fall. And we'll start with that. So I've got a bunch right here, and that's just sort of the jackets and cardigans and stuff. So I've got some work to do. I've pulled everything out that I want to take out for the moment. I have a few things that are transitional that I'll keep in the closet and they'll come out a little later. And I've identified the things that are going to either go away in another part of the closet or I'm going to pull out and donate. So starting with this piece, I've had it for 5 years or so. It's a fun statement coat. I have not worn it very much, maybe 3 or 4 times in that full time period, but I'm hesitant to let it go because the times I've worn it, it's been the perfect thing. So even though it takes up some space, I'm going to keep it. Now, I've got some leather jackets in here. This one will definitely keep. These two need to be reconditioned. If you look at them closely, they've got a little wear. And if I take them to a leather guy, he will do these up really nicely and they'll be good to go for next season. So I'm going to set them aside. And then I've got some other items here that, again, we'll save for next season. This is an old favorite. I got this in Mongolia. It's a suede jacket. I don't wear it that often, but it's a special statement piece, so I keep it. This was a jacket I found in my mom's collection when we moved my parents into assisted living, and I pulled it out. I'm going to wear this and then get rid of this, which I don't like quite as much. So there's that. This little cardigan, it's not really my style. I think I like a little more tailored look. So it's going to say bye-bye. This piece here, I got it with the idea that I would wear it over maybe a lightweight turtleneck and some jeans, but it's really saggy and I go in for a little more tailored look. So I'm going to say goodbye to that as well. So, that's the kind of thing you just have to think critically about what's really going to get worn and what has been worn and not let it take up space in your closet.
So I went through everything here. I chickened out on getting rid of the blue sweater because I do wear it sometimes and I might need it. We're going to have a little cold snap before spring really sets in. So here we go. But these are brand new brown pants. I should have returned them. When I realized that they just didn't fit me comfortably, I ended up replacing them with something else. So these are good hand-me-down to somebody. Now we're going to go on to my sweaters. Well, it's difficult to choose sweaters to get rid of. I love my sweaters. I just do. This I'm keeping, just good old striped sweater. I'm going to donate this butter yellow. It was a moment, had a moment, but it's going. I'm going to keep this beautiful cashmere I got in Mongolia. This is on the bubble. Here's a nice cashmere sweater I will keep. This is a baby alpaca sweater I got for $12 in Bolivia. You know, it's really a simple little thing, but it's kind of got sentimental value, so it stays. This I'm going to continue to wear even now until it gets really warm. It's a lightweight cashmere from Quince. Love it. This I got for Christmas. It's a cashmere brown sweater. Love that. So it stays. And then I had a navy cashmere V-neck that got a hole in it. And so I got this gorgeous little piece from Quince, which of course will stay. And then I've got a lighter weight sweater from J. McLaughlin that I will keep. Again, these two pieces here, they're not cashmere or wool, so I'm kind of not inclined to keep them. This is an old cashmere sweater that I got out of my mom's closet that, I don't know, I'm going to keep it for now. And then I have these beautiful cashmere turtlenecks. The thing with sweaters, it's very important to have them cleaned and stored properly so the moths don't get to them. So that's my next step with the sweaters that I'm keeping. Now, before I go on to pulling out all my spring and summer items and sorting through them, I just want to remind you of my 4 simple principles or questions, really. Number 1, does it fit? Number 2, do I wear it and do I love it? Number 3, is it in good condition? And number 4, does it align with my lifestyle and my direction towards a more French aesthetic? And those are the things I use to decide if I want to keep something or if I want to let it go. Now, of course, it's difficult. And sometimes I keep something because it has sentimental value. That's okay. The point is to really try to purge enough each time so that you can make way for the new and not let your closet get too overstuffed. Now, let's see what I did for spring. You might remember at the beginning of the video, I showed all my spring and summer stuff under plastic bags. So I got all of it out. It's on my bed, and I'm going to sort through it now and decide what stays and what goes. I did this on its way into those plastic bags in the fall, and now it's time to get real honest about it if it's going to go back in my closet. Oh, and the other thing I want to mention is I am converting over to using wooden hangers for my pants, and for everything else, these, I guess you'd call it sort of velvet covered hangers. All this stuff is easily available on Amazon. Just pick what you like. I think it makes it a lot nicer to have a clean, beautiful closet when you have uniform hangers. These pants are perfect for travel. I've already eliminated those things. So here we go. I mean, this is the process. These are just fun little cropped jeans. They're great for spring and summer, just every day. And so it goes. Well, I've generated some piles. I've got my fall winter stuff that I've eliminated. And these are some shirts out of my shirt drawer that I eliminated because they were worn out, things I hadn't worn in several years. You know, even a nice looking shirt like a Theory t-shirt after 10 years or so starts to feel a little flimsy. When things just start to look a little rough around the edges, it's time to let them go. And then I found these leggings that I never wear, so out they go. Here's a pair of white ankle-hugging jeans. This little skirt, it's more like a camping skirt, but it never fit me right. You know, fit is huge. If it doesn't fit, take it out of your closet. Same thing with these linen pants. I bought them for a trip for a really, really hot climate, and I didn't love how they fit, even though I had them altered. They're going to go because I found another pair I'll show you later that I love even more. And then here's another pair of white jeans that just don't flatter me. Again, you know, if it doesn't flatter you, out it goes. Here's a thing I bought at a little store at the airport in Portland. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of frumpy. I don't need it. I don't wear it. bye-bye. And then this little cute top, I like the idea of it, but in reality, and it may be a great style for some people, but for me, it's just a little too cutesy or something. So these are the things that I'm going to eliminate for now. It's a good, I don't know, 15 or 20 pieces, which is great because I have a few that I've added and then now I have room for them. I love this blouse. It's got these great big sleeves and it's hard to pair with the jacket, but I'm going to kind of put it on the bubble and we'll see. But these are all the things that I decided to keep, in addition to some sleeveless tops that I have in the closet already that I've gone through and I continue to go through. It's very important that you just every season go through. I did a pretty good purge last fall, so that's why I don't have a ton of purge from the spring and summer. So here we go. Now let's see where we go next with the closet refinement. So what have I added to my wardrobe? Last fall, I made a list of things that I wanted to add, and you just add them slowly as you find them. And again, I was trying to achieve a more French aesthetic. So here's what I found. I looked high and low for a navy blazer, a wool blazer. I have a navy linen blazer already, but I wanted a wool one that I could use in the spring and in the fall and winter. And I tried 4 or 5 different blazers. I ordered them and finally I ended up going shopping and I got this beautiful blazer from Reese. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, from London. Beautiful, beautiful wool blazer. I wanted to add some striped button-up blouses for that French aesthetic. This one is from a brand called La Marraine. This woman actually has a shop in Normandy. And I love this blouse. It came from France. I had to actually pay a little duty for it when it arrived in the United States. But it's got this gorgeous little ruffle here on the placket as well as at the sleeves. And a beautiful little button, kind of sparkly. Very nice. It's a little elevated striped blouse. I have this one from Land's End that I purchased for much, much less. And I got a blue and white one as well. Great for layering and also just great for spring and summer. You can just wear it with white jeans or shorts even. And then every French wardrobe needs stripes. And I love the brand 3 Dots. Here's a nice, this is not a marinière, it's just a striped t-shirt. I got a black one and a white one to replace ones that had worn out. Very useful. And then here is a traditional marinière from the brand St. James, a French brand. I have a blue and white one already, and I wanted to add another because it's good to have more than one color if you're going with that French look. And then I have these 2 t-shirts from Theory, which now I always have a black and a white t-shirt, and I don't go for junk with the t-shirts. I really want good ones. And I had a black and a white one from Theory that I just wore out, and they felt flimsy after a fashion, like 10 years. And I finally decided to replace them. And I got these navy and these khaki colored linen trousers from Quince. They sit like a dream. They're perfect for that French aesthetic in the summer and frankly very comfortable for France in, say, July and August, but also for other warm climate travel that you might do or wherever you live. It could be very hot in the summer and linen pants are just wonderful to have. Yeah, in addition to that, I purchased these high-waisted, straight-legged Bella jeans from Quince, which I love. I have probably 15 pairs of jeans. There's all different kinds and you just need a little different kind depending upon the look you're going for. So those are the things that I've added and I'm quite happy with my purchases. Now, essentially what I added to my wardrobe after thinking through what my missing pieces were, but I thought I might just touch very briefly on a very small kind of French-oriented capsule in case maybe you're going to France in the spring or summer. So we'll start with a navy linen blazer for a topper when you want to look a little more polished. I also would take probably this navy Bowden cardigan. It's cotton. It's a nice weight. It's good for pretty much year round, depending upon where you live. Now, if you like to wear dresses, I'm not a big dress gal, but I like this dress from Bowden. I would wear it belted with a leather belt and some sandals. It would look great. You should always have a white button-up shirt. And then that same marinière that you saw, you can also take a blue and white one, but I thought it might be fun to have an alternating color. My theme is really sort of blue and black and white. And then we have those 2 t-shirts from Theory. Again, short sleeves, very classic. And then the same 2 linen trousers. They're fabulous. I'll model them shortly. And then I always take blue jeans wherever I go in the world. So there's your capsule.
Let me style a few of these pieces for you. Leading off with this midi dress by Bowden. I've got it belted here with a navy belt. You can wear it with black. You can wear it with sandals like I am here, or even really cute sneakers. And then you just add a navy cardigan if you want to have a little something to warm up. Here we have the natural color linen pants with the elevated striped blouse with the navy blazer. These linen pants will go with any of the tops I have in my capsule. For instance, the white tee with a scarf, or you can layer it with either the cardigan or the blazer. Many options. Another fun option, if you take off the scarf but with the same basic pieces, you add the yellow striped blouse as a topper. I think blouses as toppers are really great for super hot days. You might want to have something when you're in a cold restaurant, but otherwise something that you can just fold up and stick in a tote or a backpack for travel. Now we've got the red striped marinière with the navy linen pants. And I just think this is a very chic, French-inspired outfit. I just love the look. Now we're going to wind up with the white blouse with the navy linen pants. And by themselves, they look great, just simple outfit. Maybe you can put on some jewelry with it, but you can certainly dress it up with a scarf like I have done here. And then you add the navy blazer. It's sort of like a suit. So chic. These are just basics, and there's so many different combinations. Have fun with it. This process has become so much more than just cleaning out my closet. It's really about refining my style and making sure everything I own reflects who I am now. If you're doing a closet reset this season, I'd love to hear in the comments, what's one thing you're letting go of? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.